The Sturnus vulgaris, more commonly known as European starling, is a stocky black bird with a short tail, triangular wings, and a long pointed bill. The starling is native to Eurasia, and in 1890 a German immigrant named Eugene Schafflin decided it would be a great idea to introduce as many of Shakespeare's birds as possible to North America. One winter's day he released 60 starlings into New York's Central Park in the hope that they would start breeding, and they did. Now, the United States is home to an estimated 200 million European starlings. The definition of an invasive species is a plant, fungus, or animal species that is not native to a specific location and that has a tendency to spread to a degree believed to cause damage to the environment, human economy, or human health. The starling does such damage that they are now such a nuisance that they are one of the few bird species unprotected by the law. According to Michael Begier, National Coordinator for the United States Department of Agriculture, starlings are lean and mean. In the industry, they are often called feathered bullets. The starling costs the United States agriculture an estimated $1 billion a year in damage to crops, particularly the fruit trees. They can even cause milk production to drop at dairy farms because they steal the grain being fed to cows. What makes the starling particularly insidious is that they pick out the finest quality grain, which causes a reduction in dairy output because the cows aren't getting the nutrients they need, says George Lyons, a research wildlife biologist at the USDA National Wildlife Research Center. The starlings are a particular problem at airports because they flock in very large numbers, and compared to other birds, their bodies are very dense. When a flock of starlings strikes a plane, the effects can be devastating. In 1960, they caused the most deadly bird strike in U.S. aviation history. The birds flew into the engines of the plane as it took off from Boston Logan Airport, and it crashed into the harbor, killing 62 people on board. The species rates a 7 out of 20 on the Continental Concern score. Starlings are a fierce competitor for nest cavities. Starlings often take over the nest of native birds, expelling the occupants. With so many starlings around, this causes us some concern about the effect on native bird populations. The starling is an invasive species that is affecting the lives of native bird populations, animals, and even us humans.